Well, I got to interrupt this video for a minute because I'm in the middle of editing it, and I got to the end and I noticed I never said a word about the new project got going on. And I want to give you guys a heads up on this. It's something I'm a little excited about it, and if you guys enjoy it, it's something we're planning on doing a little more of. And I don't want to say too much yet because it's not done. But I just want to give you a heads up that it's going to be coming out here hopefully within a couple of weeks. And so in the intro this time, I'm going to give you some snapshots of what we're doing, just to kind of give you a little, I don't know what you call it, teaser. Well, good afternoon all. It is way late in the afternoon. I'm guessing 2, 3 o'clock, something like that. I had stuff I had to get done this morning, and I'm dying to head up in the hills this weekend. Well, I thought rather than start out first thing tomorrow morning, not having a clue where I could get to, I thought, well, I'll just take a couple hours and head on up the hill and see if there's anything open, see if the snow's backed off and some of the gates are open. Well, the area I'm at right now, a logging company owns pretty much all the land around here. And their roads, their own private roads, give us access to a lot of federal ground, national forests. And so they lock their roads up during the winter so people don't come in and tear them up, and you can't blame them for that. And in the spring, they open them up, and it just tickles me pink they allow us on them because nowadays that doesn't happen a whole lot. So what we're doing is we've made it through the gate. I am now at the first turn, and from this point we start climbing in elevation. And if we can get over the top of this hill without running into snowbanks, it opens up a whole area where we can, I doubt if we can do any mining because the snow is still melting and there's probably way too much water. But it opens up a lot of treasure hunting. So I'm going to quit talking, jump in the truck, head up the hill, and let's go see if that pass is open. Well, the good news is I'm standing at the pass. We're at the top of the hill. From here we head down in the canyon. So far I haven't seen any snow. The road's been pretty wet in a few spots, but all in all it looks pretty good. Now hopefully when we head on down in here, the gets pretty dark down in there. It doesn't get a whole lot of light, so direct sunlight. So I'm hoping we don't run into any snowbanks, but I'm feeling pretty good about it because there's no snow up here on top. So I'm thinking this year's light snowfall, we may be in good shape. So it's getting late. Let's head on down the hill and see what happens. Our first snow of the day. Well, it's looking pretty good. We're down on the creek, and the only snow we've seen was I don't know, maybe half a dozen little patches of snow. Nothing on the road. The road was pretty wet, but as expected this time of year. A few spots were washed out pretty good, but nothing we couldn't get around. Um, this creek here isn't the creek I want to get to today. The creek I want to get to is probably another 5 miles, but it's pretty much level from here to the next creek, so I don't see any reason why we can't get there, unless there's a tree blocking the road. But I'm a little bit excited. We're up in the good country now, so let's jump in the truck, head on up to the other creek, and we're only going to have a couple minutes to mess around, but let's go. I can't wait. Well, we almost made it. We're about, I don't know, a mile away, and you can see by looking at the road here, it's pretty muddy right here, and I could probably make it through, but I really don't want to tear the road up because they're nice enough to let us use it, and I don't want to tear the road up. So I'll wait a week. You know, this time next week, that'll probably be all dried up and be good to go. So at least we know we can make it this far. Right now, though, I'm going to try to check out another spot up here where I've done some treasure hunting before. See if we can get into that. And then after that, we're going to have to get out of here because it's already 5 o'clock in the evening. So I only got a couple of hours here before the sun's going to start going down. Okay, let's make a run up to the other spot. Well, we almost made it into the second spot, but as you can see here, we got a bit of a roadblock. And I left in such a hurry, I didn't throw a chainsaw in. I don't even have a shovel or anything. So we're only maybe a half mile from the spot I wanted to get to. So we know so far that in a week, I think that road will be dry enough we can get through that. Next time up, we'll throw in a chainsaw. Not that big of a tree. We can cut a hole in it and head on up this way. And I'm going to head back to the creek we stopped at a little while ago. And according to the research I did, there was supposedly an old camp up that stream a little bit. So what I want to do, I don't know how far upstream, it's really hard to tell, but I thought we'll just take, 15, 20 minutes and run around there a little bit and see if we can turn anything up. So let's head on back down. Hopefully I can get out of here. I got to back up for a good half mile because there's no place to turn around. Well, you can see that we're definitely in an old workings here, because a real good indication is these stacked rocks right here. There's several piles all over in here. So what I'm going to do right now is do a quick scan with the metal detector and see if I can turn anything up. Well, I've done a little more hiking than I planned on. I can't help it, I'm weak. I just can't seem to call it quits. I got to go just a little bit further, but it did pay off. I think our research was right because I just found a couple of old sardine tins, and let me show you here. You can see around the edge here that there's quite a bit of solder, and also generally the size of the tin. You can see solder down the side here, which is indication that this is pretty old. This is 1850s, 1860s, and you can see the remnants of the old brass tag here. They used to be across here. So we have definitely found an old site here. Now I'm going to do just a little bit more detecting. I say that, but because I really do got to get out of here because it's starting now. I don't know if you can tell by the video, but the light is really starting to lay over. And I probably got another 10 minutes and it's going to be behind the mountain. So I'm going to do a little detecting out here. Then I'm going to mark this spot so I know how to get back to it. And then we're going to boogie for the barn. Well, made it back to the truck. And I tell you what, you know, it's really deceiving when you're detecting along and you're going, well, a little more, a little more. I'll bet you I was a quarter of a mile away from the truck and I didn't intend to go more than a couple 100 feet. I did find a few more iron targets, found a few square nails. I have the wrong detector because every little teeny tiny piece of metal nail, I was getting a lot of real small targets and I was trying to just pick out the big ones. So definitely going to write this site down and come back with the correct equipment. But right now, we're going to head for home. So I'll see you guys back at the house. And I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, it'll probably be tomorrow because I got full intentions of stopping for dinner on the way home. And by the time I get home, I'm going right to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. You guessed it, morning all. Well, yesterday was a fun day and we got some good info yesterday. We now know, at least in the northern part up here, we can go anywhere we want up there. You know, the road's got to dry just a little bit, but basically most of that area look at up there is right around the 4,000, 4,500 foot areas, about all the higher we get. And so we know we can get to anything up there now. And we did find us a new spot to look for treasure. Our research paid off, and there was an old campsite there. So we got to get probably another week or so. We'll head back up there and do a little scratching around that, and hopefully we can get into that other creek. I want to take a look at that other creek as far as gold goes. Well, while we're waiting for that area to dry out a little bit, we're going to take a trip up in the southern area that I normally go. That country is a little bit higher. It's 4,000 to 5,000 feet there. And we'll make a run up there, do a little scouting trip, see if we can get into all our stomping grounds up there. And if that area turns out good, got one more scouting trip, and that's going to be straight up. And that country there is 5,000, 5,500, some of it 6,000 to get down. You got to go over the top to get down in. And that's the country that's got the real nice gold. So we'll do a southern scouting trip. If that's good, then we'll do the center scouting trip. If that's good, then the hills are open. And we can just pretty much go wherever we want. The only thing that's going to hold us up now is the amount of water coming down the creeks. And looking at the fact there's not much snow up there, I think the water is going to be dropping fast. If you enjoyed the video and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. That way I know what type of videos you guys want to see. If you hit the little bell up in the corner, you'll get notification when I put out another video. Now, I got a million things to get done today, so I'm going to say you have a wonderful day.